Hi, my name is Laura and I'm going to be your therapist. Have you ever been to therapy before?
No, I haven't actually.
Okay, that's fine. Any questions or comments before we get started about therapy?
Hmm, I think I'm just kind of nervous. Like, what do you even do in therapy?
That's a fair question. So, therapy is a place where you're going to come, we're going to kind of process things going on in your life. Typically, you'll come here, you'll have something that's going on in your life that you're not super happy about, and we'll kind of figure out how to better work that so then you can, make yourself, more happy, more successful, etc., depending on what it is. Any other questions?
I don't think so. Not right now, at least.
Okay, so kind of let me lay out what we're going to do today. So we're going to start off talking about some confidentiality. We are going to segue into some demographic information. We're going to gain some more information about your family, your friends, and then kind of talk about, how our diversity affects our life. Do you have any questions before we move forward?
Um, well, when you say confidentiality, what do you mean by that?
Right. Okay, so confidentiality, or HIPAA, states that anything that you tell me during session, I can't tell anybody unless I have a release information saying it's okay for me to do so. So, if, say, your mom calls or something like that, I can't talk to her unless you say it's okay for me to do so. Unless, of course, your safety comes into play. So if you say you're going to hurt yourself, hurt others, or child's in danger, I am mandated by the state to report that without needing any kind of consent, because I am a mandated reporter. Any
Okay.
questions about that? Does it make sense?
No, that makes sense.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to start off and just gain a whole lot of demographic information. Is it alright if I write it down so I get it all straight?
Of course.
Okay. So let's get started. What is your full name?
It's Mercedes Alina Garcia.
Garcia. Okay. And what is your date of birth, Mercedes?
It's 3/14/1990.
1990. And how old does that make you?
26.
26 it is. Okay. What ethnicity do you identify with?
I'm Mexican.
Mexican. And then what religion do you identify with, if any?
Christian.
Christian. Just Christian, or do you follow a certain branch?
Catholic.
The Catholic. I was born and raised Catholic myself.
Oh.
What is the sexual orientation that you identify with?
I'm heterosexual.
Heterosexual. What do you consider to be your social class? Poor, middle, rich?
Probably on the lower end of middle class, so probably
Okay.
poor.
Low, middle, or possibly poor?
Yeah.
Okay. And what is your education level, your highest that you've completed?
I have a 2-year associate's degree.
Okay. So just the generals, right?
Just generals.
Okay. And so what are you doing for work then?
Well, right now I'm a waitress at a restaurant.
Which restaurant?
It's Olive Garden.
Olive Garden. I bet you get some good tips there, don't you? Because the prices are so large.
Sometimes, but not really, actually.
Really? Surprising. Okay. What is your marital status?
I'm single.
Single. Do you happen to be dating at all, or just single?
I'm dating here and there, but nothing
Nothing.
really.
Nothing big.
No.
Okay. Any physical health concerns?
No.
None. Healthy as a bee?
I mean, I have some, knee pain here and there, but that comes and goes.
Comes and goes. Have you talked to a doctor about that?
No.
No doctor. Have you, do you have a physical doctor and go and see them regularly?
No, I don't have a doctor at all.
Okay. What is your family origin? Where are your roots from?
I'm actually from Mexico.
Were you born in Mexico?
I was.
Okay. When did you move to America?
I was 2 years old when we moved, me and my mom.
So you basically have lived in America your entire life that you can remember.
Yes.
Okay. And you said you just came with mom.
Yeah, my dad stayed back home on the farm.
Father on the farm.
Hmm.
I bet you miss him.
Oh, yes. He died last year, and I didn't even get to go see him.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it was really traumatic.
Oh man, I bet. We can kind of discuss that once we kind of move forward,
Okay.
because when we talk about our family. What would you consider your like friend group to be?
I don't really have a lot of friends, because I'm just so busy with my kids and working, and but I would say that I have two really close friends.
Okay. Two close friends.
Mm-hmm.
Have you known them for a long time?
Yeah, one of them I knew from high school,
Okay.
and then the other one is a coworker from Olive Garden.
Okay, perfect. And I heard you mention that you have children as well.
I do. I have two beautiful girls.
You must love them.
Sure do.
Your eyes just sparkle when you talk about them. I think that's all the kind of basic demographic information that I have to get from you. So kind of let's talk about, why are you seeking therapy? Why are you coming to visit?
Well, I think I'm feeling really sad and just kind of depressed, and I've just been finding myself drink a lot more. And I know it's not good because I have kids, so I really want to,
Right.
try to stop that and all that.
Okay, so it sounds like you are feeling sad.
Yes.
You have been drinking.
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of worried about it, especially because you've got your two little girls.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense. Makes complete sense. So kind of let's talk about our family. I'm gonna write out a family genogram here.
Okay.
So bear with me as I kind of go through that.
Okay.
So we've got you, Mercedes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you said your mom came here with you
Yes.
to America when you were 2.
Mm-hmm.
What's mom's name? Just first name is fine.
Maria.
Maria. And how much older is Maria?
She's 19 years older than me.
Okay, so she had you when she was 19.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. And dad, what was dad's name?
Dad was Jose.
Jose. And you said that he recently passed away
Yeah, last year.
last year, so 2015.
Mm-hmm.
And how much older was your father?
He was 32 years older.
Okay. So your mom and your dad had a huge age difference there.
Yeah.
Okay. Did that work out for them, do you know?
Yeah, they were happily married.
Perfect.
It was kind of typical in my culture.
Did they still really get along when he was down there and she was up here?
Yeah, they talked every day.
Oh.
But I could tell that it made my mom sad because she missed him,
Right.
and that made me really sad.
That makes sense. I think it would be extremely hard to be away from your significant other
Yeah.
that far. Okay, so how was your relationship with your mother? Describe that.
Really good. We're really close, and she helps me watch my kids if I ever need it.
Okay, so your mom is still around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then how was your relationship with your father? I know you didn't see him much.
We were close when I was down in Mexico, but yeah, I really didn't get a chance to see him very often.
How often did you go down there, or did he come up here?
He never came up here
Okay.
because we didn't really have a lot of money down there,
Okay.
and I only really got a chance to visit him once every couple years.
So it was kind of like a vacation. Kind of nice to go down to Mexico, I bet.
Yeah, it was nice, but I ended up having to work on the farm a lot to help him out,
Fair.
so we didn't get a lot of quality time, but
More like physical time.
yeah.
Got it, got it. Did you like working on the farm when you were down there?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. He had lots of horses.
Do you like to ride horses?
Yeah, sometimes they can be kind of scary because they're just so big.
They are very large. Did your children ever get to go down there?
They went down once,
Okay.
the year before my dad passed away.
And let's kind of talk about your kids. So you got the 2 girls.
Yep.
What's your oldest daughter's name?
Rosa.
Rosa. And how old is she?
She is 5.
5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we got Rosa. And then your youngest?
Sylvia.
Sylvia.
Mm-hmm.
And how old is she?
She's 3.
3. 3 years old. So that must keep you really busy.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Mm-hmm. So their father, do they have the same father?
They have the same father, but he's not in their life any longer.
He's not in their life any longer. What happened there?
He just, well, I mean, to be honest, he was a drug dealer,
Mm-hmm.
and so he's just not he's not around much.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's story for another time.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you were together with this man, had both your girls.
Mm-hmm.
He's off doing his own little thing. Okay. How would you describe, Rosa? What kind of a little girl is she?
Oh, she's so sweet and smart, and she's very energetic and happy,
Perfect.
and she does very well in school. She has lots
She
of
likes
friends.
school. So she just started school probably, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what about Sylvia?
Sylvia, she's quieter, but she's super sweet, and she's very helpful around the house, and she has lots of friends in daycare.
Perfect. That's cool. So kind of moving back to our family genogram, we've got your mom Maria, your father Jose, we got yourself. Do you have any siblings?
I do. I have actually a really big family.
Okay, perfect. So let's kind of talk about our family. How many siblings do you have?
I have 7.
7 siblings. That is quite a large amount of siblings.
Yes.
So let's kind of start from the top, oldest all the way to youngest. So who's first?
We have Jennifer is first.
Jennifer. And how much older is she of you?
Oh gosh,
Ooh.
she's probably about, I think she's about 7 years older than me.
About 7.
Mhm.
Okay. It can be hard, having all those siblings to
Yeah,
remember
I had to
how
think
old
about
they
it.
are. Okay, so we got Jennifer. And then who's next?
Then we have Billy.
Billy. And how much older is he?
Billy's 6 years older.
Okay. Next one?
And then we have Jasper.
Jasper. How much older is he?
And he's 5.5 years older than me.
Mom had children pretty close there.
Yeah, she did.
Oof.
One right after another.
One right after another. And the next oldest?
Then it's Matilda.
Matilda.
Mhm.
And how much older is she of you?
She's about 4 years older.
Okay. So we got 4. 5th one?
Well, then there was twins.
Twins. I like that.
There was Ariel and then Sebastian.
And how much older are they of you?
2 years older.
Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have one more.
And then my sister, who's a year older than me,
Okay.
her name is Maggie.
She's 1 year older. And then comes you.
And then me.
Mercedes. Okay, so looks like you're the youngest child.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know at all about that birth order? Like what makes you special because you're a youngest child?
Well, I had lots of siblings to help take care of me.
Okay, so people take care of you.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Anything else that you might think about?
Yeah, lots of people to take care of me. My older sisters always made dinner when Mom
Okay.
was working.
So they took care of you. You really didn't have to lift a finger.
No, not really.
Okay. And that seems pretty typical with younger children. Things get handed to them. People take care of them. They are pretty entitled, for lack of a better word. Feel like, everything should be given to them because that's how they were raised.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of makes sense there. That kind of all goes together. How are your relationships with your siblings overall?
We're really close.
Close. Do they all live up here with you as well?
Some of them live up here, but some live in other states too.
Okay, but all of them are in America?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So mom came here all by herself with 8 children.
Mm-hmm.
That had to have been a journey. Okay, so now that we've kind of talked about our family in general, we're going to talk more about our diversity. So you are a Latino female here in America. What do you think that diversity has that impact on your life, if any?
Well, because of my culture, we tend to make a lot of food together, and for the holidays, we're always together. But I can definitely tell that people kind of stereotype me because I am Latina.
Okay.
And it's really hard to find a really good, high-paying job because I feel like they kind of think of me as like a lower-class working, almost kind of like a maid or something.
Okay. Those stereotypes, they can be deadly to people.
They're really awful.
So it kind of seems like overall in general you feel like you're kind of stereotyped as if you are a low, maybe poor working female and you don't really kind of deserve a good job.
Right.
Right? Okay. But your culture in general, you go along with your family a lot, you cook a lot of food, you have a lot of parties, you're big into like family.
Really big into family.
Perfect. So kind of, how do you balance all your life, with your family and your work and, possibly dating? How do you balance everything?
Well, I work a lot, so that's when my family, my mom in particular, usually watches my little girls while I work, and for all the birthdays of my other nieces and nephews, we're always together, and I live really close to a lot of my other siblings. And with dating, that just kind of comes when it comes.
Whenever it happens.
Yeah.
How do you typically find males? Like online, out in bars?
No, never bars.
Okay.
No, I'm not really a bar person. Usually online or
Okay.
through my coworkers.
Online or through friends. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Whenever that happens, it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So kind of our big final question here, talking about, how do you believe that all this information that you kind of gave me about your family, about your diversity, your culture, friends, family, etc., how can this all be related to why we're here? So we're here because of our depression, we're drinking a lot, we want to kind of change our ways for our girls. How can that all be related?
Well, I guess in my culture, like, drinking is a really big part of it. And I think with my dad passing away, it just, made me really sad, and I miss him, and it was really traumatic because I didn't even get to go see him. And I think that just seeing my mom sad, and that just made me really sad.
Okay. That makes complete sense. So that's kind of what we'll kind of discuss when we're here.
Okay, great.
Perfect.
Thank you.
You're welcome.